Good evening, friends. This is Dorene Decibus from It Begins with Ink and Paper, and welcome to the 12 days of Halloween. So happy to have you join me on this 5th night of Halloween stamping. The purpose of this is to do some really quick and easy projects that you can then recreate with the supplies you have at home, or maybe you have some of these supplies that I'm using. Let me just get things nice and straight on the screen and we can get started. So again, thank you for joining me tonight, either on the live, the replay here on Facebook, or on my YouTube channel. It Begins with Ink and Paper. It will be posted there later tonight. So exciting. We are doing a treat box tonight, and we're going to use adult treats. So we're going to add some Lindt chocolates to this treat box. So this could be for a friend, a colleague, or you could put other treats in it and give it to a child as well, or anyone who you would like to have it. So we are going to be using and I've got a little sheet in here that's going to give me all of my dimensions. And remember, you don't have to worry about taking a screenshot or taking notes as I am saying these, because I will post it in the comments right after I post the video. So you're going to need a scrap of basic white cardstock to do some stamping on. You're going to need a piece of old olive just to do a little punching on. You'll need another scrap of basic white cardstock. Again, we're going to do some stamping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I cut an extra one, but I think I'm going to use it either way. So these are our new Nestled treat boxes. Oh, and you're going to need a scrap of Starry Night to cut out with the new oval punch. And we're using the pick of the patch. And the only thing we're using tonight is the large pumpkin from this set and the cutie pie stamp. So our Nestled treat boxes are a new item in our mini catalog, and each Nestled treat box you're going to need 2 from the package. There are a total of 8 boxes in there, and you're going to notice on one it has this cut out edge. This is the inside drawer, and then the other doesn't have any cut out edges, and that's the outside drawer. So this will nestle into that box. It comes with our tear and strip adhesive already on it, so you're set to go. So I am just going to do like I would do for any project I'm working on. If it has score lines, I am going to fold it. Now, the nice thing about and I'm going to fold and crease it, burnish it really nicely. The nice thing about these treat boxes is they are treated on the inside, so they are food grade. If you wanted to put some baked goods in here, some cookies or such. Let me just do these little labels here. Now, I don't have a 1-inch punch handy. I took a lot of punches into school to use, and that was one of them, and I forgot to bring it home. So I'm going to use my 1 1/8 scalloped inch punch. And I know this will work. What I did was I just lined it up here so that the punch is going to come out a little smaller than it's going to be a larger punch, so it will be layered. And what I did, I don't know if you can see this, I marked with a pen inside my punch exactly where I need to line my paper up. So you can see that I've put 2 little lines in there so that, let me just make sure you can see it okay. I've just marked those 2 little lines so I know exactly where to line up my cardstock. These off, and I just like to use my take a pick tool to help get them started. And these are super easy to put together. There we go. So I'm just going to fold this up so that it meets the edge. So I'm just going to bring those corners together, and I'm going to press it right into the adhesive that is on, and that is how easy it is to make the box. And I'll put the last side together. Okay, there we have our nestled box. And now I will put together the outside, the box that's going to go in it. So let me just burnish these sides. You know, having the adhesive already on and having the sides already scored for you just makes this a quick and easy project to put together. And it needs very little supplies to decorate, so that is even nicer. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing and just remove these strips covering the adhesive. There we go. And then I'm going to put them together the same exact way. So I'm just going to bring those sides together. So as you jump on, make sure you're saying hello in the comments, either on here on Facebook or on YouTube. So there's my box, and this is going to slide right into it. Look how quick and easy that is. I've seen some people putting 4 of them together. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of decorating. I'm going to use this piece on the front. This designer series paper says boo and eek, and this is the one that I'm going to put in to my punch to just put that centered and punch that half circle out. And then I'm going to be attaching it right here, and you can see how you can see some of that white sticking through. So I'm just going to add adhesive to that one, and then we are going to be decorating. Now I could decorate every side of the inside of the box. For this particular project, I'm not going to do that, but it would be something that would be very easy to do. All right, so let's line this up. There we go, so there's the front of that part. Now we're going to be, so this will just go in, we'll keep this so we know which is the top end, and I'm going to start putting on all of my pieces. So I'm going to put at the top, I am going to add the bats. The back side is that Starry Sky, and I'm just going to layer this right on. There we go. And I'm also going to put the bats on the bottom. Let me just grab my other bat. So I'm going to layer him right on. So my bats are on the top and the bottom, and then I have 3 other sides, and I'm going to be labeling it with the orange, the pumpkin, bats, and moons. So these will just go right around the outside of the box. Just going to make sure those bats are in the right direction. put all the same paper on, but I decided to do 3 of the bats, 2 of the dark bats, and then the boo and eek on the front. So that gives the whole outside of our box all decorated. So you need the 6 pieces of the 2.5 by 2.5 paper. And if I wanted to do the inside box, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces of paper. But I'm going to leave it because the paper is going to add to its thickness, and I want to make sure it's going to get in and out really easy. So there's that. So now the next step is to do some stamping. So let's put the box aside. There's a lot that this box can hold. So I had pulled out 3 treats, but it looks like we're going to be able to get probably 3 more in there. So I'm just looking for some polished colors out of this bag. So let's take that one out. And so we can get a total of 6 of these in. That's a good sized treat box. So that's going to give some serious treats to someone. So there we go with that. Now the first thing I'm going to do is use my pumpkin pie ink, and I'm going to stamp my pumpkin in that ink, and then I'm going to be, oops, didn't have that on good enough. Let's put that back on and get some ink back on it. And I am going to stamp my pumpkin right here. Nice. And put that ink pad away. There we go. And then I am going to use the punch that goes along with this bundle. And I'm going to be punching out the pumpkin. It lines up really nicely, so I put it in, and I'm just going to hold it in place and punch. And then I get a bonus. I get a white regular pumpkin. I am also going to put in the old olive and punch. Where did it go? I just had it. There it is, and punch out the stem. Okay, that takes care of my pumpkin. Let's just get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so now I am just going to take a little dab of glue, and I am going to put the stem right behind the pumpkin. There we go. So just hold that in place for a moment. There we are. And I am going to be using dimensionals to put all of this together. So this piece here is just going to go across the front of my box. It fits right across the front, and I'm going to be layering my pumpkin on. So I'm going to just add some Stampin' Seal to this, and let me just make sure my page is coming through. I think we had a little bleep in the internet. Let's see. Looks like I'm still live. It's just not showing up on on my computer. Sorry about this as I'm checking things out to see what's going on. It still looks like I'm live on my camera. I'm just going to keep going. So this is going to go right on the front of my treat box. And then I am going to add some dimensionals to my pumpkin. Let's see, I don't want all little ones and I don't want black. Okay, let's grab some regular size dimensions. Here we go. And we'll just put a couple on the back of this to the front. There we go. So I'm going to attach this, and then we just need to stamp our greeting, and we're going to add some ribbon to this. So our pumpkin is going to go right here, centered on the front. Now I could put, if I wanted to, I could put some, a jack-o'-lantern face on it if I want it to be, you know, even extra spooky. But I'm not going to do that with this one because, like I said, I wanted this to be more in line with my, as giving this to an adult. Okay, so that's that. Now for stamping, we are going to just stamp our cutie pie. And I'm going to stamp it towards the end here. Oops, that's a little cricket, so we're going to stamp it on the other end. Let me just I like keeping it straight, and I didn't do that this time. There we go. That's perfect. Now we're just going to use our snips, and we're going to trim this. I'm going to trim this like that. And then I'm just going to cut this end off at an angle. And I am going to just add some adhesive to this side. And I'm going to just slip this right. Actually, so I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. There's not a lot of room there to slip this in. And we're just going to slip this on, and I'm just going to cut some of this. There we go. So now the front of our treat container is finished, and now I'm just going to take some of the Starry Night ribbon, and I'm going to start wrapping it around the box. So I want enough to tie a really nice bow. Okay, so now that I have it, I can just do this a little neater, cut enough pieces. So I want my end for the bow right up here, and I'm just going to go around. I just want it to make sure it's flat. I'm going to go around so it's gone around 3 times. And there's enough to do that 3rd time. Sometimes it's easier to put a little bit of adhesive. Here we go. So now, since this is a bow that doesn't have to come off, I am going to tie it in a knot. Okay, so we've got the bow there. And I am going to actually bring another piece in so it can be a double bow. All right. So now that I've got these two pieces, I can tie and I can decide how big I want that bow to be. There we go, and I can trim the edges. And there you have it, tonight's 12 days of Halloween treat. So we made a Nestled treat box with this ribbon tied around on the sides. We can still open up the treat box to reveal the candy that's inside and give this to whoever we would like to present some yummy treats to. So that's it for tonight. I hope you can come back tomorrow night and join us for the 12 days of Halloween, again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow night we will be making a card. So have a great night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.